Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna. Rama Hare Hare. Hey, good morning. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. All right. Oh, I gotta do this again. That's the problem here. Whoops. Gotta make a loop. There you go. Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. So everybody knows the link is on my timeline if you want to come on. Just putting it on now. And it's also in the comments. Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Wild woman, look at her today. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Oh, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare. There's Karuna. All right, there he is. Bhakti Tom. I don't understand this guy. He's still hard to understand. Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, that's a great one. I like that. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Ah, Krishna. Ooh, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Going back to that one, it was a really good one. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Oh Lord, wow. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Ooh. Wow. Chanting this to me is like entering this big chamber of bliss in the heart. You know, going in there and this expansive. It's like being right there, really with God. True, I mean, literally. Amazing. Oh, Krishna, I see. Krishna Karnamrita by Bimal Mangal Thakur. This This guy poked his eyes out. Amazing. He just wanted to see Krishna no more looking at this illusion. All glories to Chintanami, my initiating spiritual master, Samaguri. All glories to Chintanami and my initiating spiritual master, Shamagori. All glories to my instructing spiritual master. My instructing spiritual master, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Supreme Personality of Godhead. My all glories to my instructing spiritual master, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You notice it's interesting. The Supreme Personality of God is the instructing spiritual master. And the prostitute, see, the prostitute got him on his way, directed him more closer. And then he had an initiating spiritual master, initiated his spiritual life in the direction. And then ultimately, the instructing spiritual master. So Prabhupada said, he said, initiating spiritual master and instructing are the same, but more important is the instructing spiritual master. Because for sure it's transcendental. For sure. I mean, the real one. Otherwise, you're just getting another instruction from Maya teaching you what it isn't. The real instructing spiritual master teaches you what bhakti really is. See? So it comes down to progressiveness. Are you progressive? Are you ready for the instruction like this? You know how you learn something? You see it first, you see it enacted in this world, and then you have to internalize it. See, that's real instruction on this level. So what was he instructing? What was the Supreme Personality of Godhead instructing Bill Mangal Thakur? I can't even say it. Bill Mangal Thakur. Yeah. How to be a friend to the Supreme Personality of God. How to be his friend. The mellows, because it's only done in the exchange of transcendental mellows. See? How to love God. What that's like. How to transcend into his realm, Krishna's realm. Isn't that what we're all learning? How to make transcendence. How to transcend into Krishna's realm. And be a real friend of the transcendental Lord. Yeah. That's what we're learning, huh? I think Lalita Ganga is learning her lessons very well. What happened to our dancer? Our dancer disappeared. Christina's learning good too. Actually, everybody's learning pretty good. Oh yeah, Karuna, I don't know. It's hard. Some people say I'm hard to understand. I think Karuna is really hard to understand. I can't understand that guy. And don't even try to understand Johann. Not even in your dreams can anybody understand that guy. How does the verse say? To those in whom love of Godhead has awakened, not even the greatest scholars can understand what is going on in them. Still, I don't know about Karuna. I don't know. I still have my doubts if he's quite there. If he sticks around, he'll be there for sure. Krishna will make sure he'll throw him into Vrindavan forest, throw him right into the tree. There's Tom swimming. Where is he going? So, back to this. All glories to Chintanami. Did you ever see that movie with him, the Chintanami? It was in India. It was an Indian TV series. No, it was an Indian movie about Bilvamangal Thakur. Really wonderful movie. Everybody should see it. You could see how he was taught by all these gurus he had. It was very well done. Very ecstatic. I watched that. I was like in ecstasy. All glories to Chintanami and my initiating spiritual master, Shamaguri. And all glories to my instructing spiritual master, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How would you like to have the Supreme Personality of Godhead to be your instructor? Now that's pretty prestigious, huh? Whoa, and some of you do. Actually, maybe all of you do. That's pretty prestigious. You didn't know you're in a very prestigious college here. You don't know. Look at this. Bill Gates doesn't even have enough money to get into this college. This is better than Harvard. Look, we have a surprise guest. Very unusual to have this person here, and here he is, Freddie. Where is he?
Where is he?
Where is he? He doesn't have enough power built up to get in, fully in. He's only halfway in. We hear his voice. There he is. There he is, Freddie. Very honored guest here.
Yeah.
Very rare appearance. Are you happy to be here today?
Yeah. This special occasion, I'm very happy.
Poker face. Yeah. All right, back to the story here. Let's see. Maybe we'll get through this verse. Maybe not. Who knows? You never know. Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has peacock feathers in his crown. So actually, people may think that they're getting instructed by the Supreme Personality Godhead, but actually, you're actually getting instructed by, are you ready for this? The peacock feather. Krishna is always instructing people through his transcendental flutes, his vibe mediums. Yeah, that's what I noticed. I just had that realization just now. Actually, the Lord is still going through his representatives like the peacock feather. Or it's through his pearls, or through the flute. See, all these instruments. Isn't that funny? They're called instruments. They're called decorations. See, the Lord instructs through his instruments and decorations and paraphernalia. See, we got to get through. See, you go through. It's always through the door. These are the doors, man. Isn't that amazing? I think we unveiled a secret that not even Jesus clearly made known. We made it, just make it even more clear, right? Everybody thinks he's the only door. They didn't know the peacock feather is the door also there, Freddie. Isn't that interesting? This is why I come every day, man. I get more revelations that are just amazing, man. Just like real treasures. That's why probably you guys are coming too, man. Doesn't it feel like you're in Vrindavan now? Thomas thinking about it. There he is. There they are, Radha Krishna, the divine couple. Isn't it funny? To get to Krishna, you still got to get through the paraphernalia. Is Radharani, right? Personification of devotion. Always going through something to get at that guy. A lot of barriers and a lot of doors. Isn't that funny, man? A lot of imitations and a lot of the real things. See, there's the peacock feathers, and then he's got the crown. So what is the meaning? See? The meaning, these decorations are very close to him. Closeness. See, again, you got to get through the friend of the supreme friend. They're the power. Isn't that interesting? Radharani's the power of devotion, the power of the decorations. The Lord imbues that power into them. It's like anybody. They want the Son to be. The Father wants the Son to glorify the Son. Isn't that what Jesus said? Father, glorify thy Son. See? The Christians, they think it's only for Jesus. No, that's for Jesus. That's for them. If you're a real son, the Father will glorify you, man. Why not? I love glorifying my disciples. Why should the Lord be outmatched? The one where this propensity comes from. When I see people, they have real bhaktis manifest, I just want to glorify that because that's my Lord. My Lord is that bhakti, man. Yeah. That's how close the devotees are to God. To God. We're Krishna, playful Krishna. That's why you can make advancement two ways when you confront the devotee. Either with the paddle, or you just uplift it. the paddle, you immediately criticize them and everything. When the Lord spanks you really good, and then you realize, oh, I've been corrected, thank you. Or just uplifts you, and you have friendship towards the Lord through his devotees. They teach you how to be a friend of God. Under the shade of his lotus feet. Under the shade of his lotus feet. Okay? You know you're a liberated soul when you know what that shade is, when you can feel that. See, you have to have awakened spiritual senses to feel that shade. So your transcendental senses are awakening when you feel that shade and you remain under it. Or at least when you out of it, you run back to it, like a little child, going around outside sometimes, and then runs back to this shelter, the safety. Sachi has a cat like that. She likes to go out, and then she runs back in. She makes sure the door is open. Because out there, a lot of wolves, a lot of coyotes are going to eat the cats, and Sachi's always mindful. Even Jesus says something about that. He says, when you enter the door, you become the shepherd of the sheep, and you can go inside and outside. You go out the door and in the door, in the door and out the door. That's like a devotee going into external consciousness and back into ecstatic. See, in and out. But you're never out, really. It's just a means of expression. And yeah, it's just how especially when you're trying to communicate with people. Otherwise, could you imagine being like Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya was when they were in trance? Lord Chaitanya would be going something, gong, 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 foam coming out of his mouth, laying on the ground unconscious, crying and laughing for 3 hours, How would you distinguish between him and a crazy person? You wouldn't, right? So devotees, they have 3 states of consciousness. Isn't that interesting? It's all defined so nicely in the Vedas. The more advanced you get, the more deeper into trance we become, right? You can see like that. And also you can be like really gone in that realm. You can get that advanced. Or, and the partial external, partial internal. Some of your times you're in ecstasy and you're talking about Krishna in really high bliss, ecstatic bliss. And sometimes in full external consciousness where you can't even see any symptoms. See, Chaitanya Charitamrita teaches all these things. It's an amazing book. I love that book. Yeah. God wanted it to be here. He authorized it. The devotees gave the blessing to Krishnadas Kaviraj. Krishnadas Kaviraj to write that book, and it was blessed by Krishna too. Just like now, we were authorized by the disciplic line, Prabhupada, to preach these things. It's in the books, all in there, but it's confidential, right? And it needs to be preached at a certain point so people can understand. That's why the formulas are all there. You follow the formula, you get the result. The end result is spontaneous devotion. The formulas are all there. So it has to be preached at some point. That's why, this is very necessary for the progression of the Vaishnavas. See, not just preaching, a lot of Vaishnavas may preach sometimes. They just preach the Raghunuga ideas. They go to Rupa Goswami's and Raghunath Das's Manashiksha stuff and they preach it. But they don't actualize it. You don't see it enacted. It has to be in the bodily expression. People got to see, where's a temple of this level of consciousness? Where is this? Because then it's actualized. Otherwise, it's all kinds of speculations and theories. So Vaishnavism has, what I've seen, progressed to that point mainly. At best, they're just talking about the conjugal mellow and the rasas and the four different rasas of Vrindavan. But to actually see it, that's where you're going to get it complete. It'll be the complete package. That's here. There's probably not another place on this planet like this, because you have to look at for the symptoms. Otherwise, people can say all they want, but those who have the real ability to see what's going on will see the symptoms of that. And that's what devotees need to learn to see. Otherwise, you're hiding. That's the thing, is you're not admitting where you really are. A lot of people think, oh yeah, well, I'm raganuga, I'm spontaneous. They're all in their head about it. Where they mix it with the material emotions and sex life, They say, oh, it's this is. So there's all speculation. They're trying to get in the door. They're trying to get into the kingdom of God in some other way that Jesus told. No, the way in is through the door. The door is the actual portal. Where is that portal here that'll transfer you to Vrindavan? That's the devotee. They're the way. They're the portal. See, what comes from their mouth is the oracle. See, tells you where your future can be, like in Vrindavan. See? And their ecstasy is the life, isn't it? Isn't that the life? What is there? What is the life here? It's this ecstatic worship, isn't it? Isn't that the power? Isn't that gives you the enthusiasm, inspiration? Can you imagine not having this and trying to? This is what it's done. A lot of people are in their head about it, and they're just in the realm of speculation, and it's just a step up above Mayavad, because Mayavads are also speculating. See, how about being in the ras? That's when you're tasting this ras. You're tasting the real Krishna. You gotta eat that bread of life, the Lord Himself. See, his body, His transcendental body. We gotta eat something, right? So eating food in the world, why not eat Krishna? What's the it makes perfect sense, since Krishna's food, right? Well, Krishna's food in His transcendental form. You come here, you learn how to partake of this meal, this feast. Oh, we got some. Oh, look, we got another surprise guest. After a long time, ta-ta-da! Shamagori. Say hello, Shamagori. You still like us?
Hare Krishna.
What do you got to say, dear child?
Oh, dear Father, Hare Krishna. I just came from the hell, direct.
It's getting too hot out there.
It's actually very cold and stiff and paralyzed. But anyway, doesn't matter. It belongs to past.
Yes.
Yeah, of course I like you. And I'm really happy to see you all and be here.
Yes. I want to be with you forever. You want to be with me forever?
Surely, poorly. It would be stupid to refuse.
We'll try and take your boyfriend. Let's see what we can do. Well, it's good to see you back here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
We're almost finished with this verse. Two more words, I think. Under the shade. Isn't that so deep, man? Under the shade. I love that word. Do you know what that shade is? Because if you know what that shade is, you're becoming a liberated soul. If you can feel that shade, it's transcendental, man. It ain't mundane. Yeah, it's not a fire sacrifice. It's not a ceremony. It's not an external building. That's why Jesus, he tells the woman at the well, you don't know who you're worshiping very well. I say to you Vaishnavas who are like that, into ceremonies and rituals and Varnashram Dharma only. I say, you don't know the Lord very well. We know that. And the Lord, we're just telling the same message Jesus and Lord Chaitanya said. We know that Lord because of this intimacy, this transcendental ras. See, and the Lord is very much looking for this kind of worship in the spirit and in truth. See, the spirit is this devotional spirit, right? Radharani spirit. We got to go through that. Got to get that devotion. See, then we become awakened and we're able to perceive the transcendental body of Krishna. Otherwise, we can't know. We're like a fish in water trying to understand what's on land. Oh, you come meet the guru, they fish you out of the water, man. And throw you flopping on the land. You're flopping around, flopping is back and forth a little bit. Like you see River was doing, flopping all over the land, back and forth, back and forth. And anybody else. That's the material death throes. And then after a while you grow, you become an amphibian. That's basically, devotees are amphibians. They live in two worlds. Not really two worlds, but they're just kind of in this world and expressing spiritual truth here and making others amphibians, where you're human and divine together. Isn't that basically it? You're human and divine, right? That's why, pure devotional service is not about, devotees that really got it. They're not interested in going anywhere. They're already there. And it's like, oh, hey, man, it's a great place to preach. It's a great place to wake people up, man. What a great pastime, Lord. Let's go for it, man. Let's get into this one. That's why you have to be really where the Lord is, playfully empowered, man. You go all over Facebook and you just go wild like Nityananda, man. You didn't see any fear in Nityananda. Ripped his clothes off, man. Right there. It's like going on Facebook. Ripping the clothes off is simply this. What we're doing is ripping clothes. Anyway, the more advanced you get, the more you just rip your clothes off. See, the clothing is all the stuff hiding the soul, man. The soul's relationship with Krishna. That's ripping the clothing off. Can you do that? We don't have to rip physical clothes. What is that? Right, Freddie? Nah, can you rip the clothing and just bare your soul to the world and its relationship with the Lord boldly and just face those tomatoes. Tomatoes don't hurt, do they? Really? You just get squished all over your face, that's all. They don't hurt. It's just a tomato, man. Soft tomatoes. So, I'm going to repeat this, it's so good. Under the shade of his lotus feet, which are like desired trees. Say again, what is that shade? That shade is also a person. That shade is devotion. Bhakti Devi, Radharani, Yoga Maya. They're all family there. It's a whole family affair. That shade, even the shade is a person. Is a personality. See, personality, transcendental. Hey, this is a transcendental personality cult. Transcendental person cult. I love it, man. It's at night. That's why there's no fear in this transition, really. It's just coming into more and more trust. Hey, man, this is more trustworthy to become a transcendental person, awakened person. Isn't it more stability in this? Isn't that true, Shama Sundari? More stability. A transcendental person that's eternal. Krishna keeps coming back. Everything else kind of comes for a while and then leaves you. Krishna leaves, but he comes back. He's faithful. Christians, they talk about the Lord is faithful. He is like that. What I like about Vaishnavism, it makes it more clear. Yeah, he's faithful. The Lord appears to leave sometimes, but he's faithful. He comes back. And he never really left. This is Yoga Maya. That's another thing Christians don't know. You can learn a lot here if you wanted to. Learn a lot about the ins and outs of the pastimes of God. Yeah, we have to relate to the Lord in a transcendental mood, like Narai. I'm just going to say your name, Narai, because otherwise it's too long. I start forgetting things. Yeah, relate to the Lord as a transcendental person, but we have to be awakened first. That's our job. Isn't that great? Don't we have a great job? We have a niche in this world. We have a brand. You know how when you get a brand and you get a niche, then you become successful. The whole thing in the world is people don't know what is the transcendental niche. They're not in it. We're in our niche. We're in our brand. We got a brand, man. The brand, you just brand. See, this is our brand. See, it's eternal brand. You come here, we're gonna brand you, man. We're gonna take this brand and brand you. You're now a cow in Vrindavan, man. You brand the cow. You belong to the Vrindavan. You know how they brand cows? That means you belong somewhere, man. You belong to this owner, man. Well, Krishna has his brand also. And you come here, you're going to be branded, man. The Lord's going to know that, oh, this is my cow here. And if it wanders away, he's going to grab you by the tail and pull you back. Do you know that, Shama Sundari? He's going to grab you by the tail and pull you back. You got a tail? Her hair, yeah. It's going to grab you by that little ponytail. Pull you back. I think this is the only place true love can be experienced, man. I'm starting to love the devotees as much as I love Krishna. I wonder what that means. Maybe Tom can help me understand these deep topics here. This is fun with the music, man. You just sit here, you just relish the verses, man. It's like eating a nice meal, just chewing them, nice background music. The candles are lit. The candlelight, it's like a candlelight dinner. Isn't it? You like this, Freddie? Is this kind of nice? Don't laugh, don't smile too much now. Okay, what else we got here? Jai Shri Radharani enjoys the transcendental mellow of an eternal concert. See, so how important that mellow is. Otherwise, without it, we don't have the shade of the lotus feet of the Lord. We need that to taste that mellow. See, that's why you see how all these verses fit in. The Lord very much wants the devotees to understand these things now. Excuse me. Sorry there, Sachi. Now. Yeah. See, otherwise we can't understand. You see, they're like that verse, chapter 1, Chaitanya Charitamrita, by the action of the book Bhagavat and the devotee Bhagavat. What does it say? Absorbed in the mellows of devotion. These mellows are transferred in the hearts of those who are born of that word that they speak, which is the real Bhagavat. Yeah, it is delivered in transcendental tone, vibration of conclusive truth, even if the person's voice is raspy, but it's still conclusive. So it becomes so clear that the path is unmistakable, even to PhDs. They're the biggest challenge. See, transcendental mellow. That's the shade, man. Yeah. Otherwise, that's our love for Krishna. That's why I said, the Christians are still kind of a little immature. If you want to be a mature this, you got to understand these talks, man. Under the shade of the mellow of your love. That mellow is your love. Your particular love for Krishna. That's what people are going to see. Wow, look at how this person loves God. Very unique, very wonderful, very attractive to liberated people that are, the Lord says, oh, this person's easy, take them. Very aversion forming for those who are hiding their heads in the illusion of the false ego. They don't like it. That's its style. Eternal. I like that word. You want to become eternal? You got to find the eternal path. That eternal path is here. See that when that mellow awakens, there you go. There's your assurance, man. You see how the book Bhagavat? See, Guru Sadhu Shastra. Guru says, yeah, this is how it is for me, man. Yeah, when you awaken your love for God, love for Krishna, your individual love for Krishna. See, it's an eternal affair with God. And you're going to love it, man. And you see that it's lovable. Krishna is lovable because you see that on the real devotees, on the spiritual master. See, you start to realize, oh my God, 40 years I never understood the songbook. Isn't that amazing? And then I see it. Now I see it, and now I understand it. Oh, and even my guru is talking about it. And now I think I found the key. I love understanding what I've been singing. I was just a parrot before. That's no fun. Just parrot, no deep, no depth of understanding, no relish because no mellow is there yet. The mellows are in the real guru. I didn't meet the real guru. I was confronting the imposters. Therefore, the imposters don't understand. Therefore, I didn't understand. The imitators imitating that position. Yeah. Imitate. See, you gotta. This is it. And when you can recognize when the Lord leads you to the real guru that you've been singing about for 40 years, and then you see, oh, those qualities are in the real guru, and this is part of my life, man. Oh my goodness, I'm on the real path. I'm not on just a book path that I don't understand. How can I get to the destination if I don't understand the route? See, the route, isn't that interesting that word route? The route is a path, right? I got to understand the route to get there. And then route also has another meaning that is perfectly applicable is Krishna says, my devotees are the root from which I grow. My devotees. Oh, isn't that funny? They're everything. They're the route, the path, you go to, and they're the root. See you ever get one of those plants? It's like a root, right? The root of something. You stick it in the ground, then it grows. See, that's why the devotee is that root. It goes in your heart. That's Bhakti Lata Beast. That's why you love the guru, right? When people say, I love you so much. You're loving the root. Because they're the root from which it grows. If you start, how many times I see these people immersed in the opposite, they come here, I don't want to be your disciple. I don't want you. I just want to be your friend. See, that's like you want to take the demons inside you, like in Vrindavan, and you want to become a cowherd friend. And all you do is mess things up, or try to. Until Krishna comes and roots you out. Until you learn your lesson. You got to come in the right way. See, those who don't want to go in the door, see the door. And tell me any of those apostles that didn't really love Jesus and made it. Could you imagine them being apostles and they had no love for Jesus Christ, who was their living guru? Could you imagine? It would be no way. Because love is the way, man. But people don't know how love is the way. That's why we're here to explain that very clearly, Freddie. We want to make it crystal. Don't you like crystal clarity, man? Isn't it nice? It's attractive. We want two eyes. Otherwise, you got the Illuminati eyes. The one eye. You don't see very well through one eye, right? So you're looking through the eye of Maya. That's the problem. You got to have both eyes open. See? Oh, I see. There's Maya over here, and there's Krishna over here. Krishna's transcendental form and his material form. Now I can really see. See? Now I see the highest truth is reality. Krishna, Ras, Yoga Maya, love of God, devotion, the shade. There's that. Distinguished from illusion. Look at that. Material mellows. People thinking, the material world is God. Material energy. It is, but it isn't. It's a shadow. See, we preach reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of others, because even PhDs can come here and understand that, because they're not very smart usually. Yeah, they're not very smart. If you think you need a PhD to preach Krishna consciousness, that's not very smart. You're not understanding how it works. There are a lot of Christians like that. It's not surprising. Don't be surprised. A lot of Christians think if I go to theological college, I will understand how to preach, how to be a minister. Can you imagine? It's so mundane. Build a college. What kind of college did Jesus go to? Or what kind of college did Paul go to, who was Peter, who was a fisherman? What kind of college did I go to preach the way I preach here? You imagine, I memorized 0 verses, really. It's not about that, man. It's can you relish the mellow, man? You get mellow relishing the mellow of your love for God. Right there, Shama Sundari. Again, I look in her eyes, it's like I'm seeing her heart. It's so beautiful. It's so juicy. Looking at the sincerity, looking at her love for Krishna. I'm just in love with people's love for Krishna. That's what it is. That's what it is, Tom. I figured it out. I'm in love with people's love for Krishna. Yeah. That's Radhadasi. Where are we? Okay, let's see. Next verse. Hey, we made it. There is an entity. There is an entity who has the appearance of an adolescent boy. See, he's a person, he's an entity. I'm going to look up the definition of entity. Entity. I love the dictionary because you can learn a lot of stuff. Entity. Let's look that up. Something that exists as a particular and discrete unit. The fact of existence being. Yeah. The existence of something considered apart from its properties. Let's go there. Okay. Something that exists as a particular and discrete unit. See, Krishna's like that. He's an entity, man. He's a particular unit. You know? The fact of existence being. He's factual. Okay? But he's only answered. This is why Krishna says, I'm in this world. No. Krishna says that all that is in this world is in me. We're all in him, but he's not in us. He's not a factual unit yet. He is in us, but not awakened. He's dormant. We're unaware. See? So this ras, these mellows, make us aware that Krishna is a fact. He's true. He's real. He's our life. He's the real life of the world. And you can see the modes of nature are the life in others. See, that's also Krishna in the shadow. Because you got to have some, otherwise nothing would move in this world. The Lord is the revolver. You know, it revolves around the Lord's energies, causes movement. See, that's why it's imperative. You know, you want to go back to the kingdom. See, Krishna has to become a factual entity, a relationship with somebody. See, and this ras makes it factual. This is why people, they're beginning their path, they got to meet a factual representative of that transcendental Krishna. Can you see how important that is? Is these teachers or gurus, are you a factual representative of Krishna where we can understand through you that God, Krishna, is a fact? Can we see that you establish Krishna as a fact in your life and in the world? That's what it's about, isn't it? Make it solid, substance. Otherwise, it's just books and theologies and siddhantas, but no substance, no fact. How do you know Krishna? You know, in India, many people that go to colleges and they learn science and they give up Krishna because not a fact in their life. Nobody has made it a fact in their life. Their family gurus, which are many, like many of these gurus now, they don't make Krishna a fact in their lives. They're just a family guru, somebody that's been appointed through their seminal line or something. Or maybe they went to school, maybe they took a bhakti, like in our thing, a bhakti shastra classes and graduate, and then they're now Guru Dev, your deliverer. See, that's called idolatry, man. Are you finished worshiping idols? Otherwise, you can't come here. If you're just if you still want to idle away your time, you think that's factual, idling away your time. I want substance. I'm here. I want a Krishna as a fact in my life, man. I don't know about you guys. That's why if you don't really want that, you don't got that. You're no green beret material, right there, Shama Sundari. We want green berets and Navy SEALs here. They cut the mustard, man. They want Krishna. We can make anybody. You can be a wimp. You can be a retard. You come here and stay here, you're going to get Krishna, man. We're going to force feed you, Krishna. We're going to put spinach in your mouth. You're going to become strong, like Popeye. And Krishna's going to pop out of your mouth, man. Living by example that Krishna is a fact in their life. Absolutely, man. Yeah. Go ahead there. Go ahead.
He shows you that he's a fact by the miracles that are happening in your life, and by the revelations he's giving you, and by the understanding he's giving you, and by the feelings in your body where you can testify about. That's when Krishna is a fact.
Yeah. Yeah, you see that your life becomes better than it's ever been before. That's a good fact right there. You see what real glory is, what real flow is, what real life is, what real everything really is in relationship with Krishna. Otherwise, it's all illusion. That's why people suffer and are miserable, because they're disconnected from the real facts of life. The real facts is the conclusive truth, man. Hey, man, you're spiritual. You're meant to be in transcendental relationship with the Krishna we worship, man. You want to learn about that? You better be here. Otherwise, you're not going to get it, man. Too many illusions out there. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the different eyes that you get, the different ears that you get, the different experience that you get. All these presents that the Lord gives you day by day, that's where you can say, wow, he really, he's a fact.
Yeah, see? And so sadhu sangha is the root from which it grows. See, that's why I never neglect it, because if you do, then you kind of, you get weak and weakened by the Maya. Maya is strong, but weak when you stay close to the devotees. See, then you see Maya is weak. But if you stay apart, too far apart from the devotees, you'll see that you're weakened by Maya. Maya becomes strong. She becomes weak in the face of Krishna. She can't stand before Krishna. It's why we feel like this. You feel bold. You come here, we chant Krishna. We're getting really close to Krishna, relating to Krishna like this. And then you look at Maya. Maya seems like a wimp. But you get away from Krishna's transcendental potency, then Maya becomes very strong in your life and pulls you. So that's why sadhu sangha is a great opportunity to transcend this illusion. Can you imagine trying to do this on your own? It'd be very hard, very rare. That's why Jesus had a church. He was the church, and he had his members, right? You notice when they start churches, they plant churches. Well, there's a powerful minister who's very dedicated, that has a real relationship with Christ, and they get the power to start a church, and then people come. See? So that needs to be in Vaishnava. Where is the real church of Vaishnavism, man? Where's the real temple? The temple is the devotee. Where is that? What heart is that temple really established? So it's transcendental nature. So you can have God on earth. Thy will be done on earth as it is in the spiritual world. Where is that? Where is that? That's what devotees, Vaishnavas, anybody needs to say, where is that? Where is the will of God that is going on in the spiritual world here on earth? Because that's where your deliverance is, and the only place it is. It's a rare place, man. Religion, if you're a religion or guru, and you're just in religion, and you're not in this relationship with God, you're not an established temple, person temple. See, there's the person place and the person temple. See? So if you're not that, then there's no deliverance for you or anybody else in this world. That's why the Lord comes to establish his will in this world. Thy will be done on earth as it is in the spiritual world. That will you learn where the real temple is. The real will of the Lord is not for the ones that are just getting milk and varnashram dharma and all that. The real will of the Lord is you become intimate and worship him like those devotees do in the spiritual world. Very ecstatic, intimate. That's why you get a transcendental form like the Lord, because of the intimacy. So then people look at you, they see the Lord's form. They see his bliss. Isn't that what you see when you see a devotee? You see the Lord's bliss. That's his form. It's the form of bliss. You see the four ecstatic emotions. That's the form of the Lord. You see conclusive understanding. That's the form of the Lord. See, that's what's going on. What's the difference between here now and the spiritual world? They have the same conversations. Isn't that's thy will? That's the will of the Lord, to have that conversation they're having there here ultimately. And it's time for the full conversation, not partial conversation of varnashram dharmas and religions with all its motivation. No, the really clear conversation, man. The real ecstatic one. The one that awakens God in people's hearts. It burns away all their karmas. That conversation. Who's having that? Well, whoever is, that's where the real will of the Lord, the real will is established on this earth. That's why these statements of Jesus and his followers, many of them so conclusive, so clear, especially when you have this behind you, the Vaishnava path behind you. See, Jesus even said, Jesus was here to get people off the mundane platform. Okay? And how did he do it? Yeah, by teachings and sharings and talking, by presencing those conceptions of transcendence, like, used to, people say, oh, your mother wants to talk to you. Oh, he says, who is my mother? Who is my friend? Who is my confidante? Yeah. It's those who do the will of the Lord, see? And the will of the Lord, when he was manifesting almost the full, he's getting people to understand Guru Tattva, because that's the door to bhakti. Even Vaishnavas confirms it. Guru Tattva is the door to bhakti. See, then you open up. See, it opens in your heart. Love for Guru, real Guru. See, opens the door to bhakti. Okay? And so there people got some devotional expression. So now all that's needed is to learn about mellows, to purify all of these. See, more conclusive, more understanding, more burning away from illusions and ignorance that you've been holding on to. See, conclusiveness is Krishna. See, it's about you're getting more clarity, more like, okay, what am I in relationship to Christ? Oh, I'm here to love Christ. Oh yeah, in all these varieties of ways. Hare Krishna. There is an entity who has the appearance of an adolescent boy. Yeah, so even that, isn't that interesting? Krishna appears as an adolescent. That's that when you get Krishna alive in your heart, you seem like an adolescent. Literally, young, youthful. You notice? Whereas bhakti makes you youthful, young, eternally young. You notice how that is? Devotees, they don't never look like their bodies may be old, but inside is so youthful, fresh, ever fresh. Isn't that amazing? Topics of Krishna are ever fresh, especially those who love those topics and not just doing it for a job. You know how many gurus do this for a job? Yeah. The easy job. All you have to do is you can by hook or crook become a spiritual master. See, that's religion. That's the world. And still people are held down by that. You know, I come here, I do this for life. It's just so amazing to glorify what you love. Isn't it? Isn't it? It's like you just got to do it. You want to do it. It's like a little child, you know, you have a beautiful child, belongs to you, and you want to show that child off and talk to him, talk about him and all that. That's what I notice mothers are always talking about. Oh, he's so cute. Ooh. Yeah, we do the same thing with Krishna. Oh, he's so cute and adorable. There is an entity who has the appearance of an adolescent boy and who is being inundated with the desire tree flowers falling from the fingertips of the damsels of heaven. See? Worship. See, they're worshiping Krishna. See, they saw Krishna there. He was alive. He was on the planet. See, he was as in the spiritual world of Goloka. Thy will of Goloka, see, be manifest on earth as it is in Goloka. He was brought that here. His Dham here. Amazing, huh? See, and these damsels were worshiping him. See, praising that. That's all that's needed now. That Dham is reanimated again. That's here. Where are those flowers falling from the fingertips of the world here? Well, whoever they do, now you're completing the worship. When you can honor where the Lord's pastimes are, and they are here. And you can recognize, the Lord gives you the ability and the intelligence to recognize that. And now you're doing the real worship of the deity. When people say, wow, you know, what those guys are talking about is the real thing. That's the best preaching I ever heard on this planet. When you start saying that, Krishna takes it very seriously, takes you for the first time seriously. Otherwise, it's like, that person's not serious. Oh, they're going to my Maya's representatives, my Mayic form. They're going to the imitators, the imposters. They're not taking this seriously or want to yet. Therefore, how can I take them so seriously? Where was I? Yeah, so it's all coming down to the real worship. You got to be like those damsels, and Krishna's here. See, he's here. He's planted. He planted his Dham here. Who's worshiping it? Who's doing that again? Because this is the revival of Vrindavan. Who is worshiping it? Who is appreciating this? Because whoever does gets Krishna. Krishna's not thinking how qualified you are. No, are you like those damsels there showing that they are appreciating this and not some other bogus thing in the Lord's Maya, not appreciating heaven and heavenly things and worshiping that with their attention and their meditation? No, are you meditating on these truths? You meditating on these classes? You meditating on this ecstasy? Does this attract you? Do you like these kinds of talks? See, then the Lord says, oh, you want to be part of the group. Yeah, you want to be part of Vrindavan. I'm manifesting my Vrindavan in this world. When you go there, you're going to start to feel Vrindavan. You'll feel very blissful. This is what Lalita was just talking about. Wow, your life changed. Yeah, of course, it's Vrindavan. What do you expect? Is it surprising? You're in Vrindavan and things don't just get really nice and all of a sudden you start feeling really good and happy and purified and and more blissful. The only problems are the ones you've been carrying around for so many lifetimes, and those are on their way out when they just get too heavy and you let them go. That's all. When you get tired of keeping them around by talking about them all the time. Talk about when people are in, okay, you talk a little bit, but go back to talking about Krishna too. And then you'll be happy. And then you start to, your mind, consciousness starts to make the shift and you realize, oh, I can just shift it more over here and I'm going to get more happy. And then that becomes on the back burner. This is how it is. You put Krishna more on the front burner and that on the back burner, and that starts to fade. The fan starts to slow down into oblivion. It just goes down out of your life. So that's really the essence, man. Can you recognize where Krishna is working? Because if you can, and working means working. Where's this transcendental potency working? See, working manifest in this world. Well, that is here. Where is conclusive understanding of Prabhupada's books and the Goswami books that makes it so clear that you actually understand? See, that's how to understand by symptoms and ascertain. That's how to ascertain where the truth is, man. See, it's all we're doing is we're having an Easter egg hunt here. See? That's all it is. Didn't you know this is Easter here? The Easter egg hunt is going on all year long. People think it's once a year. No, every day is an Easter egg hunt, man. Because that's the resurrection day. Easter. Yeah, people come here, your life is resurrected. So every day we're having a little Easter egg hunt, man, so that people can find that egg. Crack that egg, find out what's inside. That's you. Get that yolk out.
Hi.
Yeah. Yeah. This boy is completely carefree. Situated in transcendental beatitude. All right, let's look up that word beatitude. Am I pronouncing it right? Is it beatitude? Let's see. Definition. So how can you know this Lord Krishna, who's very subtle? Okay, this is beatitude, supreme bliss, blessedness or happiness. Can you imagine? Isn't that a great word? Isn't that a perfect word for this? God, how did they get such a perfect definition? Something that is, oh, wait a second. Supreme blessedness. There you go. That's its style, man. When you come here, what I noticed that many of you are saying, this is the supreme blessed. I feel more blessed here than anywhere else. That's what you got to see, man. The Lord is carefree. Devotees are carefree. They don't have cares. Why? How do you have any care in this world when you have Krishna? Krishna is carefree. His devotees become carefree. How? By taking shelter of him. How? Through his real temples and representatives. Temples means living temple. Quickly happens. Otherwise, it's slow. You want the supreme blessing? You come here for a while. See if you don't see there's some supreme blessedness here. Supreme blessing. What a great word. What a great truth. Isn't that perfect expression? Where is that supreme blessedness on this planet? Hey, that's where Krishna really is. And Krishna is what his real devotees. They experience this supreme blessedness. What is that? You chant his name in ecstasy that you don't see anywhere. You see any PhDs chanting in the ecstasy devotees chant here? PhDs, do you? Not one. Well, there's only one out there and everybody knows who that is. Show me one Vaishnava, Bhakti Shastra that chants like Lalita Ganga. Or Johan. Show me one. Yeah. Not even my students chant better than 100 of those Bhakti Shastras or 100 PhDs that learned in colleges. Those who have ecstatic love, they can preach to the most intelligent persons. Whereas it's because it's not a mundane, it's a spiritual thing. The Lord wants to give, it's his pleasure to give people the kingdom of God. You come here, it's his pleasure to give himself to you. It's his pleasure to give that relationship where God is your friend, intimate friend, eternally. The eternal friend. Can you imagine? You got no eternal friends in this world. No, all these friends are coming and going, man. See? We have eternal friendship here because we're all, experiencing the symptoms of love and liberation for, in Krishna, in God. Therefore, our relations are eternal. What's the difference here or there? See, because thy will be done. See, there are devotees up there. See, they're together. They don't ever leave each other. They stay together forever. That will be done on earth. That's why that's manifested here. It is here. This eternal friendship here. Hey, we ain't going anywhere. We're going to be together. We're bonding. It's all about bonding, and even in the world. You bond with people in the world and things in this world and stuff in this world. You come back to this world. Of course, it'll all be a little different. You'll have a different person you're going to bond with again, and you'll have new currency, whatever the form is, if it's shekels or dollars or whatever it is, whatever country you're born into, you'll bond with that. Okay? You bond here, you bond with devotees who are bonded with Krishna, with Lord Chaitanya, with Jesus Christ. See, so where do you all go? Oh, you're just together, You may have a different form, but you'll recognize, I like this person. I like being with this person. See, we've probably been together before, actually. Can you feel just a different form. It's nice to have new forms, isn't it? Because then you have a new. It's like making friends again. It's fun, isn't it? This is fun passing. It's always new, fresh, you know.
Yeah. I have this with Karuna.
Yeah.
I met him before.
Yeah. You're lucky. He's lucky. You're lucky. He thinks he's met you before.
Yeah.
It's your good luck. Yeah. Transcendental beatitude. See, it's transcendental blessedness, man. Do you know what the main thing is? People need to ask themselves, do you know what transcendental blessedness is? It's different than anything, just like Krishna is different than anything or anybody. Ecstatic love of God is different than anything, any emotion that you experience. But it's just a transformation of mundane love into spiritual love. It's different that way. Yeah, that's where the supreme blessedness is. So yeah, you ready for that? Anybody out there? You want to experience the supreme blessedness that many of the devotees here are experiencing? Well, this is the door to that. What are we doing? What are we saying? Oh, come on, come through the door, man. Come through the camera. Check it out, man. See? This is fishing. We're just fishing in this world. Hey, man, come through the door. See if we catch any fish and put them in the door. They stop smelling. Stop smelling fishy. Acting fishy. You got to get the fish in there, and then they get now all cleaned up. What else is there, man? Why did Jesus say, I'm going to make you fishermen of men? Because it's like that, isn't it? We're out there fishing. Anybody, going to bite the hook on the hook. See, what do we throw? Krishna's the hook. We throw Krishna out there as he is. Who's going to bite? See? And it grabs on, and then we just reel him in over here. See? Reel him in, attract him over here for... And so they get the experience of the blessedness. Go ahead.
A piece of bread of life on the hook.
A piece of bread of life on the hook. Yeah, reel them in, and then they can feel that, oh, this is a new place. This is I'm fished out of Maya. Yeah. You become expert like that. That's why preaching. Don't try to blow people out. I remember with Shama Sundari, she had a guru, and she said, oh yeah, my guru, we're going to preach all over the world and this and that and all this. And yeah, just see fishing, threw it out. Just gradually by and by, see, you come and you understand things more as they are. It's all by association. And by association, then after a while, the Lord reveals to you, because we got to see. You got to learn how to fly your plane, man. You got to see these modes. You got to see where people are at. So you got to distinguish things clearly. You got to say, oh, I see. He's still stuck here in this and that. And this isn't really. This is not. So you got to get a higher taste, higher experience of life, higher quality. See, that's the association. All by association. Association keeps us in the modes, and it raises us up out of the modes. That's why you got to have transcendental association in this life. You have to have understanding, that comes from transcendence, the transcendental platform, from devotees who worship the Lord in this ecstatic state. That association is what delivers you, not how great you are in this world, how great you become by your Bhakti Shastra studies or your studies in college. No, how great you become by association, purification. How much you experience this supreme blessedness, which begins to radiate from you. And then people say, oh, wow. See, what is that verse in the Bible? Blessed are those who come in the name of the Lord. See, they're the ones who bless the world. No, you come in the name of the Lord. The name of the Lord is transcendental. Who comes in that transcendental name? Not the imitators. The imitators they're the false followers right now. They need to be purified. They got to admit that I'm actually a false follower. Those guys over there in that amazing grace place are actually worshiping the Lord properly. See, in that blessed way, all those, see, that energy, that potency is blessed. Oh, that's wonderful. See, that's all you need to do is admit that you're still in Maya. How can you get out of something if you don't know you're in the mud? How can you get out of mud when you don't know you're in the mud or won't admit that you're actually in the mud? You come, this Sangha, you take a shower. This is taking a shower, man. Get the mud off you. But if you don't know you're muddy, this is the problem. Okay? Anyway, this is what Sadhu Sangha does. Those sages wanted to spend 1,000 years doing what we're doing. Can you imagine? 1,000, they thought this is the greatest path, is just to sit in Sadhu Sangha for 1,000 years regularly. You don't have to be fanatical, like you got to every minute a day. No, you can't go out to pee, you can't go out to eat. No, regularly. Every day that you know that, hey man, sacrifice is hearing and chanting amongst devotees, man. And the topics discussing like this is the greatest sacrifice you can do in the world. When you get really clear about that, then the Lord, you become a trustee. The Lord, oh wow, you know the real path, man. That only my devotees really know. You're committed to that path. See, and you become entrusted. See, trustee, trustworthy, all these things. See, this is becoming trustworthy when the Lord sees, oh, you really see things, you're really committed. Yeah, Prabhupada said initiation is not really, formal is not really the me really thing. It's how much commitment and dedication do you have to the path? That to me is the initiation here. How dedicated are you to what we're doing here? How committed are you to these truths and this ecstatic worship? See, that's why you see the devotees are so ecstatic that are like that. You notice? Look what comes out of Lalita Ganga's mouth or Johan's mouth. Look what comes out of their heart. Look at their preaching. Amazing, isn't it? Inspiring, isn't it? I'm so fortunate. I have disciples that can inspire others transcendentally, inspire them on the transcendental path. Inspire me. Deliver me. I told you, I think my disciples are going to deliver. I have guaranteed I'm going to Vrindavan because they're manifesting symptoms of their relationship in Vrindavan. Where else could I go? Who else has the strength to deliver me? Especially the way I act, man. I'm always criticizing devotees, criticizing gurus. Only my disciples have the strength to deliver a guy like me, man. Everything is possible in their hands. I don't leave any of them untouched. If the more famous they are, the more I comment on them. See, so it's going to take a lot of strength to deliver a guy like me. And those Vaitis know it. I don't care. Let me continue to sing the glories of the Lord. That's all I care about. See, that boy is completely carefree, situated in transcendental blessedness, beatitude, blessedness. As he sends forth waves of sound from his famed flute, he is encircled by thousands. See, sound from his flute. See, that's where you're going to get the blessedness from the flutes of Krishna. See, that's where the Supreme, when you say, oh, wow, I'm really attracted to this. Wow, I like to hear from these devotees. I want to be with these devotees. Why wouldn't you? That's where the Supreme blessedness is. That's where you'll feel it. You'll experience it. Otherwise, it's just a word. I read, oh, you know how many people just reading that verse, man? They're just and they go to the next one. They don't understand it. They're not experiencing supreme blessedness. It's all in their mind here. Where's your experience of the supreme blessedness? Can people see that? Can see that you're carefree, blissful, ecstatic, conclusive? Can they see everything that is necessary for deliverance? The essence of everything. I just love glorifying God. He's so glorifiable. As he sends forth waves of sound from his famed flute. See, waves of sound. He is encircled by thousands of effulgent milkmaids whose garments are becoming loose again and again from their extreme pleasure of hearing the flute. Do you feel that? Do you feel your garments of the material world becoming loose again and again, falling down? Because you're becoming skinny. Maya is sliding off you. You got no belt anymore, holding her close to your skin. She's just slipping off you. See, because you're listening to the waves of sound coming from the flutes, hearing, chanting, remembering in Sadhu Sangha, Srimad Bhagavatam, these conceptions we preach every day, and even deeper than that. They're loosening our garments of the material world. They're slipping off us. We're going more naked now. We're flashing the world. We're flashers. See, transcendental flashers. One Christian, he when he got Jesus awakened in him, man, he took off his clothes and just ran down the street. Okay? But you don't have to do that. It's still material. It's still a little bit immature. Take off your clothes. See, that's what we're doing. We're streakers, man. Streaking down the street with no material clothes on. Going, hey, man, this is how it is, man. We're bearing our souls, man, running down with the spiritual body down the street, man, right all over Facebook, running all over Facebook saying, hey, man, this is what it's about. Our soul's relationship with Krishna is so beautiful, so blissful. Oh, look at this supreme blessedness in this experience, man. Look how carefree we're becoming. Care, See, why? Because we don't care about Maya. Maya don't care about us. Oh, she's thinking she's also faithful to those who are faithful to her. Then these guys are not faithful. Well, I don't care about them anymore. We're becoming carefree, and Krishna cares for us now. He cares about us. We care about him, and then we become carefree of the Maya. Yeah, what's that to us? That's the way it was 550 years ago. The devotees in Lord Chaitanya, they were walking around Navadvip like princes, completely carefree. And all these people were, and student community are all cared about all these rules and regulations in Varnashram Dharma. And if you're following the rules and regulations, otherwise they would criticize you for not following. Right? And that Pharisee thing, Brahmin thing. And they were just walking around carefree. Why? Because they had ecstatic worship of the Lord, like here. Where do you see a place in this world that's so much like these verses? Come on, chop, chop, wake up. If not, we'll wake you up. We'll be shaking you every day out there. Come on, wake up, man. This is waking people up. You get them with the truth, man. You just shake them. Beat them over the head with the flute of truth. Just keep beating them until they, okay, yeah, I get it. Krishna, Hare Krishna. See, from their extreme pleasure of hearing the flute, man, and who are trying to hold them up. See, in the more advanced position, forget about holding, just let them all drop. Why bother to hold them up? Just bare your soul, man. Show people soul. Show them what the soul food is, man. You ever heard that soul food? Isn't it amazing how Krishna, this is where you start seeing Krishna. He's the Scrabble game, man. Making words from everything that have meaning. Soul food. What is soul food? That's the Lord himself, man. Soul food. See, it was soul winners, winning people's souls. So for what? So that you can become a winner. See, Maya, there's no winning in this world. You lose. Here we win every day, winning more. Isn't it amazing? Winning more, always winning. Isn't it nice to be on a winning team? Don't people want to be winning? Or you want to go to these movies where sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. And then you ultimately lose anyway. Because death comes. Here we win more of ourselves back. Yeah. Even people become perfect winners here already. When you start full expression of loving God, in this world as a lifestyle, man. If people look at you and they may, and right now they don't like it. People don't accept. They like conformity, right? Wait, man, you're not normal, man. You're not normally in Maya like everybody else. Look at this Lalita Ganga, man. She's becoming a lifestyle for her. Johan, lifestyle. Every day, you see they're on every day, and they just talk about Krishna, and they cry, and they laugh, and they show their emotions and their feelings awakened, the spiritual. See, it's a lifestyle. See, where is this lifestyle, man? Well, that's, it's got to be a style of life. This is a style of life. This is a style of life as thy will be done on earth. This style of life as it is in the spiritual world, in not only Vaikuntha, not only Ayodhya, not only Mathura or Dwarka, but Vrindavan even. Can you imagine? Well, all the Dhams are all worshiping God in ecstasy, some level of it. But our lifestyle is worshiping Krishna and Vrindavan. I got the order, man. Nityananda got the order. Dvaita got the order. And Gaur Hari Das got the order too, man. Hey, man, act wild in this world. Cause some disturbance. Disturb those modes, man. Let them, if they want to compete with you for a while, let them compete. Because Krishna always wins. He's stronger than anything. The truth is stronger. It set people free. We're here to set the captives free. Have we been anointed by the Spirit of the Lord or not? Yes, we have. It's obvious. It's a lifestyle, man. He set the captives free. That's like the verse. You become the verse. You could say it. I've been anointed with the Spirit of the Lord. Have you PhDs out there? Have you been anointed by that transcendental spirit of pure love of God? Because if you haven't, you can't set the captives free, man. We set them free and prove it every day. People come here and they become ecstatic. They cry, they laugh, they choke up. That's the liberated state, man. That's what the books teach. That's what the sadhus teach. That's what the guru teaches. And you that is an ironclad argument. Guru, sadhu, and shastra. If anybody is saying, well, we're guru, sadhu, and shastra, yeah, well, where is the shastra confirming that you're a guru and there's sadhus there? See, the Shastra says where love of God is, the devotees, they have this intimate, ecstatic relationship, and it's apparent, it's visible. And they're not caring for outsiders. That means they can do it right before your face. You can throw tomatoes at them and everything, and they're not daunted. They're just carefree. Oh, well, what do you can't expect from babies? Okay? You become the real child, kicking and screaming and all that stuff. See, and they're the real mother and father of this world. The show has to become more interactive. That's the key. All right. Okay. Thank you for the signal. All right. What do you guys have to say?
Who said that the show needs to be more interactive?
Nari Devra.
Let him come then.
Oh yeah, you get your booty up here there, Nari. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, listen to her. There she goes, man. That's the right conclusion. Where are you there, Nari? Let's be more interactive. Get your booty up here, man.
He has bad connection a lot of times.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, this might be a bad connection. So, I heard you have a hard time understanding me, Tom. Let's hear that publicly now.
Okay.
Tell me what you learned.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama. I have to rewind my memory. Hare Krishna. Because I'm very in the here and now.
That one's gone.
Yeah, when I was kind of searching for perspective in which world do we live, where can I identify, do I exist in Krishna Loka already? Is it just a matter of focusing and then this movement in this mundane world? I wanted to but now it's simple again. I talked with Johan. When talking to Johan, it became very simple. Johan was saying that this good and bad and choosing different paths here in this mundane world, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're active or passive. It doesn't matter, because it's all under Krishna's control. So we came to the conclusion that it's all about trust, about faith, and when we have faith, we can really see Krishna. If we have faith in Krishna, we can see him. Yeah. So faith are the eyes.
Yeah, it's like, when you come up to problems trying to understand, the thing is, you got to understand that it's not about intellectually figuring it out. So what I do, because I get the same thing, sometimes there's things I'm thinking, and I just put it up to Krishna. I put up, I just keep worshiping you, and everything will become clear. See? It's just how it works, because to those who worship me with loving ecstasy, I give them the understanding. So you just keep worshiping the Lord in loving ecstasy, and it all becomes clear. So you trust in Krishna. Literally, you live a life of trust in that way. You try, the Lord will handle it. And I'll tell you, it feels so good to do this, because the other way is we're so responsible. You have to figure it out with your mind, and all that is such work. It's hard, and it's an illusion. Let the Lord take it. Blissfully, you just blissfully understand things. You put it, and it's great. Thinking about stuff and all this, and it's just part of the relationship. Yeah.
Time, place.
Yeah, exactly.
Time, place, and circumstances as well.
Yeah.
And And you said, you asked, am I in Vrindavan already? But you will experience it yourself, you know. It's by experience that you know that you don't have to ask it to somebody else.
Yeah, but I like to ask it because I have a beginning of the feeling, and then
Yeah.
I just want to communicate, to make it
Yeah.
bigger, to make it more clear.
And that comes also by just gradually you just kind of you merge into that consciousness, and then you understand these things through that entering in. And see, this is the door, this is the way to do it, sadhu sangha. That's why if you don't come here or a place like this, and this may be the only place where you can really kind of go quickly in that door. I haven't seen, Vaishnavas don't have this process. They're still like, even these ones, they say, oh, such great gurus and everything. They can't bring their disciples through this process. There's still more, it's not full, it's not complete. Where the people, they're getting demons out of them, and the false ego and all of that. They suppress it still. See, this is external bhakti. It's still suppressed, and they just do the more external, like a show, like you see, I wear a dhoti, and you see, I do rituals, you see, and all this is inside, all this dirt that is on top of their relationship with Krishna. This has got to come out. Where do you see this kind of process happening? Where? I've seen some Mayavadis, or, there's a psychologist, man, or psychiatrist, actually, and he's a very spiritual guy, but he's Mayavadi. And he noticed, even to get people on that place, in Eckhart Tolle, the same thing, to get people, where they're in the oneness thing, stuff has to come up, and they have a hard time with it. Are they working on it, man? They're talking about the whole thing, and they're trying to figure it out. See, they're trying to figure it out. It's figured out here, man. Krishna's shown me all these things and showing you guys all these things. You just come here, keep worshiping them in ecstatic devotion. Man, that vibration just vibrates it out of you.
It's the whole world, yes. It feels like different dimensions of consciousness. If we are in this dimension of consciousness, everything looks like that. We have the eyes for seeing that. We have the senses for tasting and feeling, and it feels like there are different layers of consciousness and different worlds.
Yeah, well, there's different layers and different layers there. But see, you're on the path that leads direct to Vrindavan. So if you stay on it, there's no danger of being deviated here and there and all there. You just kind of stay on the path. And then the path it's almost like a tube, like a tube. And you go in through the tube. If you stay in the tube, there's no problem. But in the tube, you got to stay in the tube and not go out. Otherwise, you're floating in space somewhere, So the path is left by the acharya. It's very clear. That's why, this path is very clear because of the way the acharya teach. That's why we teach the guru principle, not just, we're all together and this, and, just this is what Christians do. Oh yeah, we're all the same. And you're you got, like this. But they don't move very fast. They get kind of waylaid by this and that and oneness and oh, Jesus loves me, Jesus, it doesn't mature very good. They're very fast. Maybe when they die, they go to Jesus. Who knows? But right now, this is available, man. Clear, crystal clarity. We're getting more clear every day about so many things. More ecstatic every day. More intimate with God every day, man. We're going through the tube very fast. See? And pulling people, we keep that tube of air because the living God, Jesus said, while I'm in this world, I'm the light in the world. See, that light is like a beam of light. You go through that light, that like the beam me to a planet or something. That light beam, where are you going? Well, wherever that light is going. Well, this light is going to Goloka. See, you're beam me up, Scotty, man. You're being beamed to Goloka. See, you're on that light beam, and that's where this is going, and so the path is solid. Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. If we were going off, you would see going off. But look, we're pretty staying on the beam. Maybe have some problems here and there, but still, hey, that's part of it. God, you know, the more I talk about it, I don't know if there is ever is a path like this here for the Vaishnavas. So clear. My God, man. So tidy, so clear. Yeah, go ahead.
I always had the impression to be a devotee, to become a devotee, you need to be materially very intelligent. So I gave it up. This is not for me.
Yeah, yeah.
By meeting you, I experienced that it's not true at all. You don't have to be materially intelligent. You just depend on the Lord, and He shows you everything.
Yeah. Well, you got it. By equal faith in Guru and Krishna, all the purports, see, all the real meaning is revealed to you. The essence is revealed. That's all you need, right? Why do you need all the fluff? You know, the Lord reveals the essence, and that's all this preaching is about, the essence. That's why it's so powerful, man. You get the essence, not all this fluff with the rules, regulations, and oneness and alloys and mystic powers, and this all fluff, man. No, essence. You know, just deep relation with Krishna, and then everything is revealed. That's all He's interested in. You become interested because it's the best.
Yeah, but with Vaidhi Bhaktas, you think, well, this is my experience. When I was around with all intellectuals, and I said, let me clean the toilet because it's not for me.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't sound, you've got to study all this, and then you hear all those explanations. But here, it just resonates inside of you. You get the understanding by the Lord Himself.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, your preaching is powerful, because I notice many times you hear something here and it goes really deep and then comes out so beautifully, you know, for people. See, that's what you get. You pick up the essence. You're attentive. You listen. You see, that's that's why, you know, Prabhupada was like that with his guru. Where his guru marked him, he said, "Oh my God, he listens really attentively." The other disciples, because the truth is, they got so much stuff inside. Prabhupada was cleared from other lives. See, he can go right in. He was like hanging on every word. And the others are just full of, you know, they're, you know, thinking, okay, what is prasadam and all this? But Prabhupada was marked by his guru. Said, yeah, you see it. He's got the mark. The attentive hearing, there's not a bunch of stuff in the way. And so very quickly he became empowered to spread the line, you know, like this.
Krishna is doing it.
Yeah. So it was for me also in the early 70s. I got really cleaned out with that experience with Jesus for 3 weeks. It was this, and then when I got Prabhupada's books, oh boy, you know, there was room for that word, you know, and made more room, you know. So that's what we teach here, how to, you know, enter this process. You know, you're with experienced devotees, experiencing real bhakti, you know, and real understanding because of that bhakti. Where do you see that? It's a rare place, man. So we start, you know, starting with the Vaishnavas, because, you know, this is how the Krishna worked. Krishna had Mathura. Mathura was oppressed by Kamsa, just like Vaidhi Bhaktas are oppressed by religion still. Their leaders, many of them are not. Come on, we see what's going on. Come on, you know, let's be a little bit intelligent, you know, if you can. These guys are just, you know, they're just not clear, you know, and they're not preaching clarity. And that's the way it was with the Kamsa's kingdom. There were devotees there, but they were oppressed by what? Speculation. Oppressed by materialism in person, gurus and teachers who are actually more material minded, and they just by hook or crook got their position. That's an oppression. That's why oppression. That's why Krishna says, abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender to me. See, what is that me? That me is conclusive understanding coming through as ecstatic devotees. Pretty simple, isn't it? They give you the real Krishna. They represent the real Krishna because of their genuine worship, their ecstatic, intimate, genuine mellows and rasa with the Lord. They get the right information, just the right thing to tell you to open that door. Otherwise, the door is shut. See? And you notice Krishna came to those devotees first in Mathura. How did he come? What did he do? He powered up in Vrindavan. See? How do you do that? Mutual exchanges. See, then he comes, Krishna comes. He came with many devotees came with him too. And they preached in Mathura and liberated so many people. See, freed the captives. Isn't it funny? Same thing. So that's why the Lord does this. So he did it there. He did it. Jesus Christ came to the Jews, right? They were captive. The Pharisees were speculating. So the message frees everybody. You know how many Pharisees got freed also? Many of them became devotees of Christ. You know, they listened later on after they killed him, got their stuff out. Later, they saw that the Spirit came through, that Jesus' words were true. They came through the witnesses. Then when the Spirit was there, they would have came before, but it manifested after Jesus. That's the way, the will of the Lord. See, now the Spirit is manifesting here while the Guru is here in the devotees.
Yeah.
Whoa, what a glorious.
I don't have to kill you, Guru Maharaj.
No, I don't have to die, on the cross and all that bloody stuff. You don't need that here. See, you don't need the blood. It's just like with Lord Chaitanya. They didn't need the blood. The Lord was there. The devotees were there. They were preaching the right preaching, the essence of truth. Whoever believed their witness. See, what are you witnessing for in this world? Are you witnessing for speculations on Vaishnavism? Well, that's your witness. Speculation. People get speculation. What am I witnessing here for? I'm witnessing for ecstatic devotion and its principles. And does it work? Well, you're the witnesses that it's working. See? So therefore, this is the prototype. Hey man, everybody, you Vaishnavas, ask the question, who's getting the desired result? Everybody should know this. In Krishna consciousness, in Vaishnavism, is spontaneous devotion. Who is getting that result? That's the only question, essence question you should ask. Who? Because whoever's getting that result, that's where deliverance is in this life, not many lifetimes. Is this result? Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. You say do they have their desired result? But that's a question. Just do they have this desire?
Yeah.
And this expectation? It's not there. It's not there. They don't know that they can have it. That's why we should preach.
That's why we should preach. See, their gurus are preaching. See, Mayavadis are preaching. Vaishnava speculating gurus are preaching some message, right? And they're forcefully preaching. And now we're forcefully preaching because Krishna is preaching through us the real essential message. And when people eventually say, well, I don't know, look at the result they're getting. Yeah, they're saying that. And then after they start keep reading the books, they're actually force fed. This is force feeding, man, because people, they may not agree at the moment, but they're reading Prabhupada's books, and I'm forcefully preaching what's really in there. They're going to get it. They're force feeding now. They're going to see this is the best preaching in the world because the result is spontaneous love. That's the desired result. That is here. This is the prototype. You show me that you guys are really qualified, any of you out there, to get that result. Otherwise, you're not bona fide enough. Because this is here. Why would you take something inferior when something superior is here? The result of spontaneous devotion is the ultimate result of Krishna consciousness. Why not take that? It's not so hard. You don't have to be a cave dweller or Mr. Austere. Look at people coming and getting this. Look at Evo. He seems to be pretty happy to me, because he has faith now. That the biggest problem and unhappiness in devotees here in religion and Krishna consciousness is doubt. And when you start to have confidence and faith in a bona fide guru, because most have it in Krishna, he has it in Krishna, but when you get it in a living guru, my God, man, you find out what real happiness is. And then you're happy forever. And you don't have to be a rocket science. You could have all kinds of problems. You could be crippled physically. You could be crippled mentally. But Krishna will give anybody the intelligence to understand here. It is so imperative, this preaching, for deliverance.
Yeah, there are. I know Vaidhi Bhaktas who are really not satisfied with their guru, but they don't know what to do, and a lot became Ritviks, and then you're completely lost because you're not getting a bona fide living guru either, of course. So,
well, you see, that's the thing. So, devotees, and that's why the Lord has allowed this. He's showing, well, here you learn what it's not. So that's a sign of sincerity. They want Krishna, but they got to go see those gurus are prominent. Just like when I came to Krishna consciousness. Actually, I needed a Raghunuga guru, a real one. I really did, and all that was available was external bhakti. Because even when I went to India, I never really saw a real Raghunuga guru. I was already there in a sense, but it would have been nice to have an external example. I couldn't find one. Not one. Because this is so rare. But luckily, like Prabhupada said in that verse, the book Bhagavat and or the devotee Bhagavat is competent to get you over all the obstacles. So what I found is, unless you have this bhakti strong, then you won't get it through the book Bhagavat over. You won't get over all the obstacles because Maya is too strong.
The devotee is more important.
Yeah, the devotee is more important. And then, so I got through enough. And then now look at the preachings, getting people that get them over the hump. There's this big little hump here. And the hump is a speculation. The hump is those gurus out there. They also need this. I'm here to preach to them too. When they listen. They maybe, like we have Shama Sundar, she has a guru, very, the dedicated and, but they can't get rid of the what's in the heart there. There's some stuff really, really tough. Okay. And when they see by the example of their disciples getting through and becoming so carefree, blissful, spiritually powerful, spiritually ecstatic, then they start coming. See, this is for everybody. I have nothing against Jai Pataka or Radhanath. I want to see, I would love to see it. In a sense, you may say, oh, they got this and this and this, but there's sincerity there. There is always, otherwise, everybody's a mixed bag. Everybody is. And the heart of the Lord is, the heart of the Lord is he wants everybody to understand it, everybody to come in, and they will. Okay? Because they're chanting the name. Haridas said this. Haridas said, those who chant the holy name with offenses, in Nam Aparad even. Nam Aparad is you want material things from Krishna. Nam Aparad is you're just really not a very, you're crafty. You're like a Pharisee Brahmin type that with the craftiness still. Snakiness. Come on. Why did Jesus call them vipers? And these are religious people. because there's a snakiness and they can't get rid of it. That snake is what keeps people down. The charmer is the real devotee. They charm that snake, and eventually. And yeah, so these are all this is captives. These are freeing the captives. So we do some, we're doing that work. The Lord empowers us to free the captives. Yeah, I got nothing. What it is. When you set free, understand that, man. You just like, hey, man, you're forgiving, really forgiving. You forgive everybody that wronged you. I mean, I went to ISKCON. I worked 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. For what? For 5 years, for basically nothing. Literally, physically nothing. And I didn't get nothing out of it other than a big lesson. But what I got now, oh, forgive everything. Hey, man, no problem. Hey, man, I got Krishna, man. This is what I wanted. If I needed to go through that, it's fine. No bitterness, nothing. Let me help them now. Let me use whatever I got from that to help the devotees get this treasure. Amazing grace, man. I just kissed the ground now. Thank you, Lord, man. Thank you for having, look at this. I got a family too, spiritual family of wonderful devotees. Look at it, Lalita. My God, she's the most gorgeous bhakti in the world, man. Although she's got competitors coming up, Johan and Christina and others. They're all going to rise. Tom's going to be in there too. He's more than a seed now. He's kind of a leaf, and it's starting to pop open a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey. It goes for everybody, man. Just stay on the path and just get better. Yeah, more and more. Yeah, then the fruit of love of God starts to really pour out. That's when I get more of the comments, because your examples. Yeah, good. I have somebody to glorify. I like to see it. Otherwise, it's still a little inside. And so you get a little bit, but I like it when it's blooming. Then you can just comment on it. And people say, well, it's a blooming stage. Yeah. Woo, 18 likes. That's very good. Wow, must be getting popular now. Yeah, if give likes on it, because this goes into the algorithm thing, and then more people see it, the more likes, they think, oh, well, let's show this, because then they get, it's all material, they advertising. They think, oh, well, then we'll put more advertisements there, and then more. For us, it's a spiritual thing. Yeah, more people see it, more people connect with this bhakti, and who knows. This is the thing. You'll see, more and more you just preach the message and Krishna delivers the result. There are people, could you imagine? You come to Krishna and you're looking for this. A lot of you are looking for this, and it didn't appear for many, many years, and now it's here. See, now we make it faster for devotees. I wish this was around when I came. This would have solved all problems, so quickly. I would have made inside of like the 30 years, 40 years advancement in a year being around this kind of associate. It wasn't available, but it is now. So we got a great product, man. Great brand, Sadhu Sangha, with experienced devotees, zooming down the path all the way to the level of Prema Bhakti.
It's all because of you, Guru Maharaj. It's all because of you.
Well, I'm going to tell you a secret. It's all because of my Guru, Prabhupada, Jesus Christ, and the Vaishnavas, and Krishna, and Lord Chaitanya, and all, because that's all I got, man. Is anything is there from that blessedness. It's a change. Through and so you need a guru like that. And what am I doing? Just helping you appreciate what I appreciate, really, isn't it? Appreciate the value, because you're always going through that. The realization today, we're going through the peacock feather to get to Krishna, right? Because I notice, and I'm relishing the mellows of the peacock feather. That peacock feather is giving me Krishna, giving me understanding of Krishna. So you see, that's my authority. That's my door. So many nice doors now. See, authorized doors. You got to go through the authorized door, man. Peacock feather is an authorized door. It's close to Krishna. That's why you need at first a living guru to learn all these things. I learn with you guys. It's a great path. I love it, man. When you break 20 likes, you will break on through to the other side. 19 likes. Okay, give us one more. We need to do 2021. Let's break through. I have to give a like too. Let's see if it'll register. I'll give a like also. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, I can do it. There you go. I gave a like. Let's see if it recorded it. There you go. 20 likes. I gave one. Anybody else want to throw a like in? 21. We got a 21. We broke through. This is auspicious. See, 2 and 1 equals 3. Numerology. 2 and 1 equals 3. That, what do we got? The Trinity. Guru, what is it? Guru Sadhu Shastra. We got Guru Sadhu Shastra and Satchit Ananda. 3. Very auspicious number. We have 333. The what is that? The 33. The what's that number? The Masonic number. We're very high in the Masonic order here. We're the Masonics of the Masonics. Supersonics. They're only the Masonics. We're the Supersonics.
We are the supersonics.
Supersonics, man. They're only Masonic. Our 33 is much higher vibration. You Masonics, man. You're missing the mark, man. We're supersonics. We got Super Soul Sunday every day. Eat your heart out there, Oprah. We heard you're drinking adrenochrome too. You want to be saved from that? And that Whoopi Goldberg is another one. She's a real leftist, real Democrat, communist. We'll make you drink this too. This bhakti. You come over here, man. You destroying our world, man. We're here to reverse everything. Hey, Krishna, let's show your strength here, man. You reverse all of this that's going on here. Reverse everything, man. Reverse all these things. Can you imagine? I've been watching the what's going on in the world on Facebook, man. You want to find out worldly stuff? Yeah, my God, even people, they're saying, look at this. They're deplatforming anybody that preaches mode of goodness truth. Basically, hey, man, this is your, all that. And that's YouTube. They're demonetizing them. They're preaching truth. And then they're promoting, they're promoting all demoniac stuff. Literally, people, being, sodomized. They're promoting it. Make it viral. These guys promoting tennis shoes with blood in them, and this guy teaching them being sodomized right there on YouTube, promoting that. See, Lord, come on, reverse all that. What do you need this? This is enough of this stuff here. Yeah, give the mode of goodness people some power, man. Overturn this stuff. If it be your will. If not, do what you want. Doesn't matter. I've got my cake, and I'm eating my cake. I'll eat my cake forever. Anybody else wants to, you can come on board here. Maybe that's what the Lord wants, Come on board, man. Push you closer this way. When there's a fire being lit under your butt, maybe you'll start coming over here. You want to be saved? You want to be liberated from illusion? Hey, man, this is a great place for that.
What does it take to go from one tube to another? What do they need to get from that tube to this tube?
Just faith in this tube. That's all. Faith.
How
Faith.
how can we make it more attractive, more visible?
Well, the Lord will show you this. This is where you open your mouth and preach and witness. Witness for the truth. You know, the whole point of you listening, you know, you just stand up for the truth. What do you stand for? You know, the bottom line is, what are you listening for? See, if you listen long enough, you realize, this is my life, man. This life is this ecstatic worship. These truths are my life. These truths are the light in this world. This conclusive understanding. Look at all these people believing all these they believe in gurus that can't liberate them. This is, in a sense, wrong.
This is more valuable.
Yeah, this is more. Yeah, this is priceless. You tell people, if you stand up and say, hey, man, my guru's on the planet. He delivered me. You want to be delivered? I mean, you start preaching strong man. I mean, they may throw tomatoes at, but they don't hurt a person, that spirit. You know, you identify with the truth, man. He becomes crystal. It's like, hey, man, my guru's on. He's delivering people, man. He's empowered by Krishna. Man, it's all spontaneous love. You can get it in this life. Can you imagine? You open your mouth, you're going to get 1 million tomatoes at you right now. But that's great. That's good. They're only tomatoes. They just squish. You're just squishy, that's all.
Ketchup.
Ketchup. It makes good ketchup. Put them on your potatoes. But that's the truth, man. You know, when you start, what do you think? Why do you think Christ is still here? People standing up, say, hey, man, Jesus, will liberate you. I mean, it's not exactly conclusive, but it's conclusive enough. Because they just preach, what they have in those books, and it's more Guru Tattva stuff, and it needs some tweaking to be clear. And we do that. You got more than that here. This makes things even crystal. A great opportunity, because Lord Chaitanya came in this Kali Yuga. The more we do this, the more it becomes apparent. The opportunity for people. People that are their sins are like scarlet, man, on their soul. They know, many of these people know now there's no hope for them. They sold out to the devil. That Maya's got such a firm hold. That's a good realization. Because I'm telling you, if you're listening, you AI idiots out there, you can be saved. The powerful Lord in our Sangha here, behind our activities, will save you. Anybody, if whoever will appreciate this message, I don't care if you're a PhD, and did a lot of damage to Prabhupada's movements or whatever you did, you can be saved here. You'll get clear. The Lord will forgive all your sins. That's its style, man. And the proof is you'll start to chant Hare Krishna in ecstasy when you have more increasing faith in what we're doing here. You'll chant the Lord's name like the Guru does. That's you. Guru and disciple become like that. They become part of the eternal entourage of the Lord. See, what did Jesus teach? I just make it clear what Jesus taught. I haven't seen any Christians make it clear like it's made clear here. The Lord just downloaded more information. Just now. What do you think it means when Jesus said, they listened to my word? They believe my word was from you, like I believe that word you're giving me by revelation because of our intimate, exclusive, wonderful relationship, which is so amazing, makes me carefree and experience true blessedness under your transcendental shade of your shelter. See, same preaching from a person who realized that truth. May they believe that word is true as much as I believe it. Therefore, let them be as I am, as we are. together. You will have your relationship. That happens here. This is the opportunity for the Vaishnavas out there who don't have that relationship. If you're not feeling that transcendental relationship and that transcendental shade and that chanting of the Lord's name in ecstatic devotion with tears pouring out of your eyes and laughing and crying and everything they experienced 550 years ago, well, here's your new opportunity, because this can be yours in this life. Do you know what Krishna consciousness is really about? This. Spontaneous devotional service. What the Lord came here to bring here is revived again now in its glory, in its fullness. Are you ready for that, anybody? Can you hear me out there? Or can you see, can you feel it? Can you feel me? It's not really me. Can you feel this message? Yeah, if you can, you're very fortunate. And you'll be delivered. See? This is just like Jesus said, the same thing. Jesus said, the only sin that remains is unbelief in me. Well, that's the bona fide spiritual master. Only sin that will remain is unbelief in that guru. If that's still in you, then you still have some problems. Less problems because there's some faith in you, a little Thomasy. You know, Thomas the doubter, little Thomas, little back and forth and all that. But when he got the real faith, man, that's when the power really manifested. That's why you see here, you got examples. Look at Lolita. She loves her guru, man. It's a wonderful love affair. I love her because she loves Krishna. Otherwise, I would have no really bother with people like that. The only reason I love her is because she loves Krishna and Krishna loves her. Therefore, I have to accept her. I want to accept her.
No choice, woman.
Huh?
No choice.
Yeah, no choice, man. No choice, man. I'm captured. You know? Yeah. Faithful, faith is always, you know, and that's natural. That's why I say you come here, you know, just bite the bread, man. Get hooked. Come here, get hooked on this. And then you'll be fished out into Vrindavan. Krishna will be out there reeling you in there. And then you just flop on Vrindavan land over there into the pastimes, you know. They can't face you, Guru. The sun is very strong for the air. I know. It's a little hard. So just like Jesus said, I'll say the same, because you become the same. You know, these verses that Jesus said are amazing, actually. He says, I have sheep in many different folds. And, you know, it's always like that. The real guru is one. When you start being empowered by that, being in that anointing of Krishna's ecstasy, then you start fishing people out of different folds, and that's helps everybody. Just like, you know, the wives of the Brahmins came first. They were their gurus, you know, and they came first. And then the Brahmins said, oh, fire on us. Look at, they got love of God. That's still, you know, they read enough of the Shastras to know that was the goal. And look, our wives got it simply by going, we didn't believe in the cowherd boys because they weren't dressed for success like us. The same thing here. You know, people don't believe, Gauri, he's not Bonava, he's not dressed for success like our Gurudevs. They all got neck beads. They all got tilak. They all got the rubber stamp, man. They all got voted in. Where votes did he get? They're all voting him. They're all thumbs down. Oh, Haridas. Oh, well, they're the authorities because there are more of them. I got bucked for 7 months ago, and I will never leave my beloved Gurudev and the devotees here. Yeah, good. And if there's any tests, the Krishna will show them, but you'll get through them because you got that sincere devotion. Yeah, sometimes the Lord throws us you know, because Maya helps us now at this point. When you love equal faith in Guru and Krishna, and then there might be a little thing in there, and the Lord and Maya will use that, bring it out, and you go through it, and when you're through it, more power, more dedication, more ecstasy, more everything. Yeah. And then they'll point you to be like solid, rock solid, just. But we all have attachments, We're getting through them. This is the way, isn't it? What other way? What do we have? I'm so, thank you, Lord Krishna, for cornering me. I have no faith in any other way. No faith in Vaidhi path to do it. No faith, just the order of Prabhupada and the blessings of the Vaishnavas and this Hari Katha and the chanting the holy name. I'm good. Let me just stay under that shade, man, eternally. I tell you, it's blessing to be like that. Yeah. All right. Okay. So I'm going to go to get this little motorhome now. I'm going to try to beat that other guy that said he was going to come. So we're coming. I should have left a half an hour ago, but still Krishna will make up the difference. Yeah, I think we're going to go do that. Hopefully the thing is good. If not, I'm getting a lot of experience looking. The last days I've been a little absorbed. I didn't call anybody because I'm so absorbed in trying to find a nice little moving home. It's kind of valuable to have something like that, so we can move in good places. And it was great, it's amazing. The trailer and the truck maybe today we sold, so everything, and then I can go and get this thing. So we'll have a new thing for broadcasting, new place. Okay, so thank you very much, everybody. And this was so fun, man. Thank you, Lilita and Tom and whoever else came on, and the audience too, and whoever comes by this. Yeah, 24 likes. Oh my God. We've broken records today. 25 likes. Do I got one more like? We'll go deep in the algorithm. Okay, Hare Krishna.